family members, and guests. The 134th Commencement for South Dakota State University will start soon. Today's graduates represent a broad range of academic disciplines, some traced to the university's earliest days, and others developed in response to the needs of the state and region. Founded in 1881 as the state's Morrill Act land-grant institution, South Dakota State University improves the quality of life through exemplary teaching, relevant research, and connected outreach. South Dakota State University is located on the ancestral territory of the Oceti-Sakowin, an alliance that consisted of the Santee, Yankton, and Teton Lakota. The full land acknowledgement found in your program serves as a reminder that before this site was called SDSU, it was home to Native nations indigenous to this location. President Dunn, Regent Schaefer, distinguished guests, members of the faculty, administrative leadership at the university, graduates, family and friends of the graduates, and ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the 2020 virtual commencement ceremony of South Dakota State University, which will now be in order. Please join us for the singing of the National Anthem by junior music education major, Micah Perry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome the president of South Dakota State University, Barry H. Dunn.
Hello, everyone. It is my privilege to serve as the 20th president of South Dakota State University and to welcome you to the university's 134th commencement, its very first virtual celebration. Thank you for being part of this special day of recognition and celebration. While today's gatherings are much different than many of us ever imagined, they are still very special. It is still important that we recognize and celebrate the hard work and success of each of our graduates during these unprecedented times. One of our alums, Mike Hart, posted the question, "When the sun rises, and it will, what do you want to be remembered for?" I know the students we are honoring and celebrating today will be remembered for so many great things, and they have incredible futures ahead of them. Commencement is also a time we celebrate the service of many individuals for their years of service to our university. Honorary marshals are typically invited to lead the stage party processional. Today we recognize them differently, but their service is still worthy of note. Dr. Mary K. Helling, Vice Provost, has served South Dakota State University since 1992 in several leadership roles. At the core of her service, she has been a tremendous advocate for assessment of learning and student success. Dr. Helling has provided excellent university-wide leadership for curriculum development, accreditations, and academic agreements with many institutions. Dr. Michael Adeline retires this year as the Vice President for Technology and Security. Dr. Adeline has led many initiatives that have improved the technology and security of South Dakota State University and the Board of Regents system. Following his retirement, he will continue to serve on the Federal Communications Commission as chair of a working group looking into the technology needs of precision agriculture. Thank you both for your service and commitment to SDSU. I would also like to recognize and thank all the parents, friends, and loved ones who are sharing this special day with today's graduates. You have provided your support and encouragement in countless ways over these past years, and even more so in the past few months. Members of the graduating class of 2020, please thank your parents, friends, and loved ones for their support. Let them know how much you appreciate them. We are honored to have Vice Provost Mary Kay Helling share this year's commencement address. As a friend and colleague, we are honored you are here to share a message with today's graduates. Please welcome Mary Kay Helling to the podium.
Thank you, President Dunn. Welcome, everyone, and congratulations to all South Dakota State University graduates on this wonderful day of celebration. Today is dedicated to recognizing this important life transition. You have remained strong and persisted through these uncertain and challenging times to earn your degree. We are very proud of you and all that you have accomplished. Heartfelt thanks to your families and friends as they have supported your journey, particularly these last few months, yet what seems like years, of social distancing and figuring out the new normal and what this has meant during your last semester as a student. The coronavirus has changed many things for many people, but not the exceptional accomplishments of our 2020 South Dakota State University graduates. From winning academic awards to creating innovative applications for virtual fitness classes and tours of the world, to making 3D printed masks for healthcare workers, to photographing life during a pandemic, to striving for excellence as a student athlete. We commend you for your strength and resourcefulness. Persistence and perseverance are traits that serve us well when faced with uncertainty. Many of you have had to overcome the challenges of completing online coursework along with caring for children and others. You have had to learn new ways and systems of interacting with faculty, staff, and other students. Some of you have been challenged with spotty connectivity and interruptions in service. We have all had to change course and find new ways of being, interacting, meeting goals and deadlines, and connecting with those we love. During your time at SDSU, and as you take that next step, whether that be a new career, continuing in the military, serving in AmeriCorps or the Peace Corps, starting a family, serving your community, continuing to persist and persevere will serve you well throughout life. So what does persistence and perseverance look like? It helps to decide what you want to accomplish, to identify your goals. Where do you want to be, and what do you want to be doing next week, next year at this time, 5 years from now, 20 years from now? What short-term, clear, and concise goals do you have? What are your broad and overarching dreams for life? While we vary in how goal-oriented we might be, it is also critical to be flexible. Take a different, unexpected direction. Try something new. It's okay to veer off course from time to time. It also helps to accept that there will be obstacles and setbacks and prepare as much as possible. Henry Ford went bankrupt 3 times before he managed to design his first automobile. He, of course, succeeded and said, "Failure is merely an opportunity to more intelligently begin again." Winner of 2 Nobel Prizes, Marie Curie conducted research about the radioactivity, discovering radium and polonium, adding them to the periodic table. She recognized the value of persistence and said, "We must have perseverance and confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing must be attained." We all face obstacles and setbacks no matter where we are in life, from challenges related to health and well-being, to relationships, from career challenges and resource obstacles. During your time at SDSU, you have developed skills to address such challenges. You would not have reached the milestone of earning your degree without grit and tenacity. Take that next step into the future. One cannot persevere if you never try to accomplish something. Move forward, but also remember you do not need to be perfect. No one is. I remember in graduate school, in my very first class, which was an Introduction to Graduate Studies type course, when the professor said, "You know, you don't really need to be all that smart to be successful in graduate school. The most important trait is tenacity, persistence, grit." Believe me, that was a real relief to hear. You may also need to reevaluate and revise. If things don't work out the way you hope, then reflect, reevaluate, examine what went wrong and where. I say numerous times every week, maybe even on a daily basis, "Well, that did not work. Let's try this instead." And it is okay to admit when you're wrong. In fact, it is quite refreshing. We all need to reevaluate, revise, resubmit, and be honest about it. It also helps to garner support and encouragement. You do not need to do this alone. Family members, friends, faculty members, staff, other students, religious leaders, community members, political leaders, and others. Surround yourself with positive and honest people. Seek out diverse ideas and perspectives. Find a place where you can thrive and are supported on your personal and professional path toward lifelong learning, growth, and leadership. It also helps to maintain focus. It is easy to lose motivation, to procrastinate, to be distracted, but keep going. Go after those things you really want to do. Don't let those good ideas sit on a shelf, in an electronic file, in a box, in your head. And it's okay to start small. American activist for children's rights, Marian Wright Edelman, once said, "You're not obligated to win. You're obligated to keep trying, to do the best you can every day." It's also very important to enjoy and celebrate. One of the best things about persisting is meeting the goal, no matter how small, the end of a successful project. Even though it has been several years now, I can still vividly recall the joy of completing my undergraduate and graduate degrees. We are so fortunate that you chose South Dakota State. You made a good choice. As the state's first land-grant university, SDSU offers a rich academic experience in an environment of inclusion and access through inspired student-centered education, creative activities and research, innovation, and engagement that improve the quality of life in South Dakota, the region, the nation, and the world. At the time when the idea and legislation for land-grant colleges and universities emerged in the middle of the 19th century, there was great economic, social, and political turmoil. Land-grant colleges enabled all U.S. citizens to participate in moving our nation forward as a college education became more readily available for every American. As noted earlier, we also recognize that SDSU is built on the ancestral homelands of the Santee, Yankton, and Teton Lakota. Before the physical structures which make up the SDSU main campus were established, this site was called home to Native nations indigenous to this location. This history, along with SDSU's core values of creativity, Integrity, diversity, and excellence provide a strong foundation upon which to act. We are called to bond with communities in South Dakota and beyond, and to address important societal concerns. SDSU also strives to be people-centered, aligned with the land-grant mission and SDSU's focus on access, inclusion, and service to others. How will you serve the people of your community during this unprecedented time? How will you help serve the common good? How can we help others stay strong and persevere? Right now, we can do things like donate blood, make calls to homebound individuals and seniors, participate in sterilizing shared space, make and deliver supplies for healthcare workers and others, foster or adopt a pet, thank essential workers, care for our family and friends, and support small local businesses, and stay safe and healthy. Thank you for your flexibility and resourcefulness during spring term 2020. While you will most likely forget this commencement address, you will not forget this semester nor your time at SDSU. Similar to my parents who could recall and describe where they were when they heard that Pearl Harbor had been attacked, or for myself when President Kennedy was assassinated, for many of us when 9/11 happened, and now the coronavirus, you will have many stories to share with your family and friends. We do not know what the future will bring. In December of 1977, when I was where you are now, having just earned a degree from SDSU, I had no idea that I would be so fortunate to have spent my professional career here and be able to address you today. You have no idea what is ahead of you. Sometimes we are asked to do things that we don't think we can do. These can become some of the most fulfilling choices in life. Even though the future may be uncertain, we know that you have already found your way through these unprecedented times. Use the knowledge, skills, and experiences that you've gained during your time at SDSU to guide you. Best wishes to you all and to your family and friends. Stay safe and healthy. Stay strong and persevere.
Thank you, Dr. Helling. We very much appreciate your remarks today and your invaluable service to South Dakota State University. We wish you the best in your retirement. The university takes pride in all of its graduates, but faculty and administrators take special pride in those who have achieved high levels of academic excellence. I welcome to the podium Provost Hedge, who will recognize those students graduating with academic honors.
Earning a degree takes hard work and commitment. A special group of graduates deserve extra recognition today as they have reached the highest levels of academic achievement. The program notes those members of this year's class whose academic achievements have earned them the distinction of graduating with honors, as well as those who are graduating from the Honors College. In addition, SDSU initiates students into the National Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi. Members are elected from every branch of the arts, sciences, humanities, and the professional colleges. Only those in the top 10% of their senior class are eligible for election to Phi Kappa Phi. Today, we recognize those who have achieved this high scholastic record. Across the colleges, we have students who have prepared to become teachers, completing the teacher education curriculum for certification as a teacher is honorable, and we celebrate them as they embark to educate future generations. Now I am pleased to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Sewell, Professor of Military Science for Army ROTC, and Lieutenant Colonel Brian Schroeder, Professor of Aerospace Studies for Air Force ROTC. They will recognize the candidates for commissions.
I'm very honored to recognize the following graduates who have earned commissions as second lieutenants in the United States Air Force: Nathaniel Fleet, Ethan Frazier, Caleb Gergen, Paige James, Desiree Mercer, Wade Olson, Anthony Richards, Avril Sorensen, and Grayson Trandom. I am very proud, and you should all be very proud of your accomplishments. Thank you.
I am very honored to recognize the graduates who've earned commissions as second lieutenants in the United States Army: Riley Andreessen, Jacob Burton, Chris Kapp, Jacob Fulberg, Caitlin Hartwig, Sean Hartsey, Zebediah Nelson, Jaden Rudebush, and Erica Winchell. You should all be very proud of your accomplishments. Thank you.
Congratulations. Andy Fulberg is a 1999 graduate of South Dakota State University and president and CEO of South Dakota State University Alumni Association. Ms. Fulberg will bring greetings to the graduates as they transition from students to alumni.
Thank you, President Dunn. Greetings, graduates, and thank you for inviting us into your homes or wherever you have chosen to celebrate this momentous occasion today. It is an honor to address you and officially welcome you as you join over 94,000 individuals who have graduated from this institution. While today is not how you imagined graduating from SDSU, your hard work and achievements have led you to this day, and we are very proud to have you as part of the growing alumni family. Today, you ring the bell for the yellow and blue as you enter the next phase of your life as a Jackrabbit. We at the South Dakota State University Alumni Association are excited to welcome you to the alumni ranks as you join a growing list of staters who continue to lead their chosen industries and communities. This is a very special place. The people here have prepared you to do great things, and we cannot wait to hear about them. When many of you arrived on campus as freshmen just a few years ago, you attended Fall Convocation. At this event, you were given a unique coin. On that coin are the words, "Once a student, forever an alum." You were encouraged to take that coin and make a wish for your college career. Today, we'd like to think that you received your wish. And yes, obviously, the one included in the commencement packet you requested is the exact same coin. We promised you that we would return that coin to you, and today we fulfill that promise. While this chapter of your life has ended differently than you imagined, we are no less excited about your next chapter as Jackrabbits. Remember that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you are a member of the South Dakota State University family. We at the Alumni Association are very proud of you and look forward to helping you stay connected to your alma mater and hope you will visit often. For the alumni watching, normally I would ask you to stand and welcome these graduates to the alumni ranks. Today, I ask you to reach out virtually to these newest graduates and congratulate them. Welcome them to this next chapter. Graduates, today and forevermore, you are Jackrabbits. Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck to you all.
Thank you, Andy. Vice President for Student Affairs, Michaela Willis, will now introduce this year's graduating senior speaker.
Thank you, President Dunn. An important and traditional part of our commencement ceremonies is an opportunity for a member of the graduating class to address the gathering. Allison Munson is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Political Science and Communication Studies with a Legal Studies minor. Allison is from Clark, South Dakota, and the daughter of Jerry and Brenda Munson. The past 4 years, Allison has been involved with Students Association, Fishback Honors College, Admissions Ambassador Program, New Student Orientation, and presenting research at the national conferences. Students Association sparked Allison's desire to create positive change. She served as a senator for 2 terms. She was elected as a 2018-19 Students Association president, then was reelected for the 2019-20 cycle, making her the first 2-term female president at SDSU. As president, Allison oversaw allocation of student funds that enhanced the Student Wellness Center, hired a new mental health counselor, and created a fund for campus transportation system. Also, she testified for affordability of higher education to the state legislature and the Board of Regents. She interned at the United States Senate this past summer and was responsible for authoring policy briefings. As the 2019 Henry Clay Statesman Scholar, Allison developed a bipartisan affordable housing policy recommendation that was presented to the Bipartisan Policy Center in Washington, D.C. Allison's favorite SDSU memories include celebrating the 2017 Dakota marker victory, studying abroad in Indonesia, impersonating Bob Ross during Hobo Week festivities, and ringing her cowbells through her last Hobo Day parade. Allison will begin law school in the fall. After, she hopes to serve in the Midwest as a practicing attorney. Please join me in welcoming Allison Monson.
Hello, class of 2020. I welcome all those who are joining us today. Administration, deans, faculty, families, and most importantly, the students. While this graduation is different than what we expected or what we had planned on just a month ago, I don't want any of us to hold doubt or think differently of our accomplishments. The setbacks we faced at the end of our senior year don't define the richness of our experience here at State. Rather, they will be remembered for pride as a time we came together as a community to lift each other up. When I started writing this speech, I had no idea what to say. What are you supposed to say in a global pandemic? How are you supposed to show a graduating class whose time was cut short that there's hope? What could I offer to a diverse student body who is feeling every emotion conceivable? I sat, and then I thought to myself, this feeling harbored inside our hearts is not completely new. Right now, many of us are feeling scared, but we were scared when we started our journey at SDSU. We feared getting lost looking for our classrooms the first week or being identified as a freshman walking around with our obnoxious blue maps. Many of us feel like there's an unknown. But there was an unknown when we first walked into our residence hall. We were anxious about what waited ahead. We didn't know if we were going to like our roommate or if SDSU was going to be a fit as our new home. We were uncertain if we would keep our major, add our Spanish minor, or graduate in 4 years. Many of us might be feeling anxious. But you were anxious being called on in Rotunda D. Even if you weren't the one being called on, you probably felt a rock drop in your stomach out of empathy for your classmate. If you're anything like me, you're probably anxious your whole first week here. I guess what I'm trying to say is, right now, things are new and things are scary, but things are also familiar. This familiarity is our unity. It's what keeps us together as a class. Our memories are impartial. Yours are yours and mine are mine. And they'll remain that way, even if the people, places, and times are different. Reminiscing on our stories shared at State can comfort some of the emotions we are feeling. Maybe we'll feel less scared, unknown, and anxious if we choose to look at what else we are feeling. During this time, we can feel proud. Graduating this class are future pharmacists who will be the minds fighting disease spread in the future. Among us is a mind who could find a vaccine or a cure. There'll be educators that will inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. They will mold the minds of a future generation. There will be businessmen and women, musicians, lawyers, writers, designers, but above all, there will be leaders. All of us will be leaders. Our diplomas read our names, but our degrees are not just for us. Our degrees are for those we will serve and those we will lead. As leaders, we will carry the memory of being part of something larger than ourselves. We will remember being jackrabbits. And as jackrabbits, we can feel excited right now. We can be happy. We can reminisce just how wonderful these last 4 years have been. Take a moment now to reflect on what made your SDSU experience. Maybe it was showing ESPN just how dedicated jackrabbits are by camping overnight on the college green to make sure your sign was spotted on college game day. Or maybe it was singing and dancing like there was no tomorrow in a student production of Capers. It might be pulling an all-nighter with State-a-thon to raise $40K in a day for kids who you know needed you to fight for them. Maybe you're thinking of bid day and how you now refer to someone who was a stranger just weeks ago as family, even though you don't share an ounce of blood. If you're like me, it may be something as simple as just looking at the campanile, an iconic symbol of our university we have all laid eyes on. A piece of our campus the past, present, and future will all hold in our memories. More than anything, right now, I want you to know that you can feel love. The words alma mater translates to nourishing mother. The idea is that the school provides intellectual nourishment to all of its students. Well, that sounds nice and obviously stuck. I think our school song, Yellow and Blue, does a better job describing the emotion I'm trying to emphasize. The closing line, with loyal hearts so true, gives a definite hail to our alma mater, a promise to our university to be loyal. This loyalty is not to state, but rather one another. Our song is a commitment that on the highest hills and in the deepest valleys, jackrabbits are loyal. We are unified and we are one. Nothing can change that. Right now, despite being apart, we are together. We are together in how we are feeling, but we are also together in our journey ahead. With a loyal heart to each of you, thank you, and go Jacks.
Thank you, Allie. I am pleased to invite the Honorable Randy Schaefer of the South Dakota Board of Regents to authorize the conferral of degrees.
Greetings to you all. You are the SDSU spring graduating class of 2020. It's an honor to represent the South Dakota Board of Regents here today as I delegate the right to confer diplomas to each of you. I congratulate you all for your many accomplishments, and I bring you best wishes from the Board of Regents. To say that this graduating class is a special one might be the understatement of the year. You've been asked to adapt, to embrace change in a way that not many have had to do before. And you've done just that with resounding success. You've succeeded with the help of a great team of faculty, advisors, staff, and administration here at SDSU, led by President Dunn, who've been asked to do their own adapting, to embrace their own change. The Regents recognize and respect what you all have done, and we appreciate it greatly. You know, I suggest this experience has even better prepared you for the ever-changing world out there, where we know uncertainty will come and go, and you'll be asked again to adapt, to embrace change, as you successfully navigate your future as leaders in our state and beyond. We're proud of the impact SDSU has had on our state, as 2/3 of you graduates will begin your careers right here in South Dakota. And for those of you who start your careers elsewhere, we hope you'll find your way back someday. We know you will. Finally, I hope you'll always be a strong advocate for South Dakota's public higher education system. It's a vibrant, robust economic engine for our state that today turns a $200 million state investment into a $2.6 billion annual impact on our state's economy. That's real economic vitality that our public institutions bring to South Dakota. And that's actually an aside to the talent, like you all, South Dakota's public university system produces. And now, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the state of South Dakota, I hereby delegate to President Barry Dunn the right to confer diplomas to all deserving graduates here today for SDSU's Spring Commencement 2020, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Thank you, Regent Schaefer. The candidates for the associate and bachelor's degrees will be presented by the Faculty Senate Representative, Associate Professor Tom Stenvig.
The students whose names appear in the printed program for this commencement have been approved by the faculty of South Dakota State University and the South Dakota Board of Regents to receive the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Science, or associate degrees upon satisfactory completion of the degree requirements. President Dunn, I take pleasure in presenting these candidates as printed in the program to you in order that you may confer upon them the appropriate degree in their respective fields.
Thank you, Dr. Stenvig. By virtue of the authority delegated to me by the Board of Regents of Higher Education of the state of South Dakota, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, Bachelor of Science, or Associate of Arts and Associate of Science in your chosen field upon satisfactory completion of the degree requirements with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Individual graduates will be announced by Andrea Carlisle, Director of Forensics and Instructor of Communication Studies. Jane Mort, Dean of the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions, will introduce the graduates of the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions.
President Dunn, the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions prepares pharmacy and medical laboratory science graduates with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to provide high-quality patient care. These graduates have demonstrated their expertise in pharmaceutical and medical laboratory science and are prepared to pursue opportunities where they will improve the health of people throughout the state, nation, and world.
Mason Arndt, Ashley Bernardi, Allison Bish, Zachary Burcham, Abigail Blanchette, Kayla Brady, Brianna Brandt, Tate Brosick, Emma Brumfield, Shelby Bowler, Mariah Burgraff, Mackenzie Carlbaum, Ethan Case, Caitlin Daly, Ashley DeSmit, Sarah Ike, Jet Fingbeiner, Keisha First, Jocelyn Givens, Quentin Glass, Grace Goring, Nathan Graves, Lisa Green, Sean Goslags, Grace Hykins, Ashley Hoffman, Connor Holm, Tanika Ingalls, Alicia Jansen, Jacob Kelzer, Autumn Clout. Haley Kloiber. Brittany Klutt. Jens Knudsen. Amelia Kester. Kiara Kramer. Jacob Cryer. Michaela Croplin. Macy Kuselbank. Cameron Clout. Ashley Lacey. Tyler Ling. Shantessa Lester. Jacob Leiberg. Dusan Merkovic. Anna Moore. Dustin Moon. Benjamin Ostaby. Kayla Party. Victoria Petta. Alexandra Peters. Taylor Pease. Kirsten Pulaski. Janae Putz. Brittany Reiner. Morgan Sandersfeld. Maggie Scheffler. Madeline Schult. Paul Swashinger. Michelle Sestak. Taylor Severson. Hannah Sorestad. Julia Spees. Ramsey Standy. Jacob Steckelberg. Bridget Stewart. Allie Thompson. Jordan Thompson. Anthony True. Chad White. Caleb Whitmire. Allison Werfs. Gabrielle Zantau. Denise Zepeda. Bethany Zug. Jenna Amundsen. Tessa Anderson. Shannon Backer. Katrina Bart. Sydney Bassing. Casey Burkle. Peyton Borboom. Samantha Brooks Ford. Brian Callies. Charla Carta. William Chauncey. Rosemary Clausen. Carly Dahl. Courtney Dudka. Melissa Fallon. Rubson Garby. Ryan Hall. Haley Hansen. Aaron Heron. Allison Heeb. Alexandria Johns. Maitland Jordan. Leslie Landa. Kim Luong. Destiny Mercer. Hadley Meyer. Michael Miller. Amber Morgan. Heather Moser. Lakin Nelson. Janae Osborne. Hannah Palmer. Courtney Remick. Tessa Roman. Amy Ryba. Tiadra Simmerman. Catherine Straw. Angelica Topete. Gemma Trask. Brady Van Kalsbeck. Lynn Van Sloten. Rachel Woodring. April Yang.
Thank you, Dean Mort. Jill Thorngren, Dean of the College of Education and Human Sciences, will introduce the graduates of that college.
President Dunn, the following graduates of the College of Education and Human Sciences are prepared to enhance the human potential of our world in the areas of education, business, government, health, industry, and recreation through their professional roles in service to the global community of individuals, families, and nations.
Awal Abdullah, Rose Admansky, Blake Addison, Madeline Ossoff, Alyssa Acker, Egan Alvite, Logan Amons, Alexander Anderson, Kevin Anderson, Bo Anderson, Erica Anderson, Jacob Anderson, JC Anderson, Keely Anderson, Sadie Anderson, Shelby Anderson, Elizabeth Angerhofer, Dallas Appledorn, Nicole Arnold, Sophie Ashman, Kylie Auk, Shayna Bach, Jessica Ballard, Zoe Barkus, Samantha Bartelt, Ron Basha, Isabel Becker, Hannah Becker, Carly Beckett, Michaela Beckman, Eurico Beltran Alvarez, Aaron Benz, Jordan Bernstein, Brett Beyer, Dominique Bilbo, Allison Black, Danielle Blanchette, Charlie Belfus, Jacob Blundauer, Hannah Block, Sabrina Bloom, Rachel Bokelhide, Megan Bolton, Claudia Botzet, Brady Bregelman, JC Brandenbach, Sydney Buchheim, Austin Buckholtz, Chelsea Bulgy, Emma Carbonneau, Sydney Chamberlain, Yu Hong Song Cheng, Unesso Cheng, Camra Christie, Ashley Collins, Oksana Covey, Catherine Krimreen, Grace Dahlman, Michael Daniel, Amy DeHaven, Benjamin DeMuth, Amy Din Herder, Jaden Dennison, Olivia DeRoon, Kaylee Dierks, Derek Dillon, Madison Dingman, Chase DeMatson, Carissa Drackley, Laura Drackley, Alexa Dresser, Catherine Drates, Anna Dunlavy, Kendra Dykstra, Ryan Earth, Carissa Idem, Jeremiah Eldridge, Maisie Elrod, Rachel Ely, Ryan Etherington, Macy Fanning, Paige Feist, Herman Fennell, Lauren Fink, Kimberly Fisher, Reagan Flory, Torsando Fofana, Kylie Foss, Jacob Foberg, Mackenzie Franzen, Courtney Frick, Jamie Gardner, Jordan Gates, Matthew Gager, Garrett Gertson, Ashley Gibbs, Alexis Jissy, Christopher Glott, Devin Nat, Catherine Goebel, Marcus Good, Caden Goodrich, Tayana Gotzelben, Danielle Gotzelben, Madison Grime, Lauren Gross, Madison Grove, Brooke Grussing, Madison Gubert, Callie Golden, Kayla Golickson, Sydney Gustav, Logan Hawk, Haley Hartel, McKaylee Hagan, Zachary Hagan, Holly Hagan, Cammie Hyder, Brady Hale, Billy Halsey, Jace Hanish, Hunter Hanley, Angela Hansen, Emily Harris, Brooke Hart, Marissa Hastings, Katrina Hager, Carter Hossman, Emma Hizin, Megan Hare, Holly Helt, Mackenzie Hennon, Allison Hrdlska, Taylor Herrick, Natalie Hepsey, Brooklyn Hiles, Caitlin Hilderud, Danielle Hemley, Tyler Hintz, Tristan Hoffman, James Hoffman, Kristen Holthaus, Danielle Hoogshagen, Serena Hopf, Molly Howard, Yu Sheng Hesh, Morgan Hunter Bratland, Kelly Hua, Amanda Husted, Tessa Innen, Kinsey Jackson, Amanda Jacobson, Fatima Javid, Morgan Jensen, Ellen Jensen, Allison Jensen, Brenna Johnson, Destiny Jornjeby, Kenzie Jorgensen, Kyler Julius, Casey Klaprod, Shay Knox, Maso Kamazaki, Brandon Krogman, Bobby Joe Kurtz, Hannah Lage, Brenda Lard, Catherine LeMay, Morgan Lanier, Cassidy Larson, Kayla Larson, Tegan Larson, Nicole Luck, Bridger Lawrence, Brenna Lacey, Yen Lee, Alexander Levi, Hannah Loban, Solomon Lorang, Erica Lothrop, Brandon Lumen, Autumn Lundeen, Joshua Menchiga, Alexander Morrow, Janae Martin, Isabel Malowski, Leslie Mathis, Morgan McCall, Alicia McCarthy, Samantha McKenna Broomer, Paul McKinley, Haley McMahons, Elizabeth McRae, Haley Mellum, Peter Minaj, Jordan Minaj, Mackenzie Mertens, Brianna Metler, Aaron Miner, Sadia Zahara Mazami, Joseph Mose, Brenna Morgan, Daniel Morgan, Brady Moxham, Nargiza Mukhamedova, Ashley Moeller, Hannah Muntz, Javen Muntz, Angel Munoz, Ethan Murtha, Destry Navzir, Kayla Neff, Kylie Nelson, Samantha Nelson, Alexis Nelson, Marissa Nelson, Shannon Nesland, Teresa Ofsdahl, Alyssa Olson, Brittany Olson, Hunter Olson, Lindsay Olson, Brooke Opdahl, Bailey Orwell, Connor Palm, Hajane Park, Jungjin Park, Rochelle Patterson, Catherine Paulson, Sarah Peterson, Jordan Pierce, Madeline Penland, Jessica Pepperman, Athena Peterson, Erica Pites, Darren Polstra, Allison Pravacek, Blair Preston, Raina Quinnell, Ashley Radmacher, Lisa Rasmussen, Bailey Rithgen, Kendra Reimers, Brittany Reinert, Taylor Rees, Brianna Renas, Christina Rice, Emily Rice, Ryan Richards, Peyton Richardson, Darian Reich, Andrew Ringling, Samantha Ringling, Eric Rippentrop, Rachel Ricey, Carter Roach, Justin Roberts, Darcy Roberts, Omar Rodriguez, Claudia Rumbaugh, Janessa Rothmeyer, Jacqueline Ross-Shattle, Caitlin Ryan, Cody Rickman, Vanessa Salas, Kennedy Samons, Daniela Santiela Lahoud, Brittany Schmalz, Jessica Schmidt, Kathleen Schmidt, Rachel Schmitz, Sawyer Schmitz, Benjamin Schmunk, Brandon Schneider, Kenneth Schroeder, Beth Schumacher, Jamie Schrees, Sarah Schofield, Carly Seam, Rachel Shane, Amber Shea, Connor Shoup, Allison Simmonsmeyer, Jennifer Sipp, Jacob Sogstad, Craig Sleepkus, Ashlyn Smith, Brooke Smith, Hannah Smith, Nicole Smith, Melora Smoke, Isaac Snaza, Derek Spangler, Tara Spencer, Robbie Spencer Rowe, Alexandra Spinner, Kennard Sproles, Miriam Stake, Samuel Steckman, Landon Stevens, Claire Stu, Ned Sudebeck, Carly Sedenga, Madison Sullivan, Natalie Swanson, Salam Tuckle, Courtney Tedeval, Sydney Thiessen, Brandon Thomas, Cal Thompson, Taylor Thompson, Brett Theinren, Tessa Tobin, Lynn Ton, Kerrigan Torres, Maria Toscano Barrero, Grayson Tradum, Allison Cheddar, Michael Turbach, Rebecca Turnbull, Emily Van Dyke, Joseph Vanelli, Marissa Van Holt, Casey Verhey, Alexis Vetter, Josephine Vogel, Mariah Warren, Sarah Michelle Weaver, Hannah Webb, Kirsten Wiffenbach, Connor Way, Abigail Weiss, Jack Winner, Matthew White, Clark Winnicky, Sylvia Wessler, Lorenzo Williams, Danielle Wilms, Wyatt Winkelpleck, Olivia Westerwald, Husan Meng Yang, Joy Yount, Colleen Zink, Tiffany Zinner.
Thank you, Dean Thorngren. The College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences graduates will now be introduced by Dean Lynn Sargent.
President Dunn, the following graduates of the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences have successfully completed all requirements for degrees in their disciplines and are ready to embark on their next adventure. They will take the core values of the liberal arts with them and, I am sure, bring the passion and creativity that marked their studies at South Dakota State University into professional careers that are filled with discovery and opportunity. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Bryce Banks, Jade Bargerar, Chloe Bermel, Kashawn Britt, Courtney Borman, Logan Bush, Mark Buswitz, Isabel Cochran, Rachel Colgrove, Emma Kilshaw, Rebecca Elfelson, Madison Gay, Carly Hannestad, Kaylee Hart, Madeline Havervig, Cameron Hendricks, Tiana Hillstad, Jacqueline Huber, Gunnar Johnson, Jacob Coles, Chase Corton, Haley Christensen, Maria Little, Noah Livermore, Skylar Luwegi, Adriana McDonald, Justin McCollin, Carly Mertens, Kenneth Myers, Joshua Nyack, Derek Nelson, Kirk Nelson, Parker Nelson, Roman Nemmers, Carly Nygaard, Brooklyn Palmer, Rachel Prodaza, Allie Ray, Elise Ringling, Jenna Rolger, Ripley Schaefers, Katie Schoenfelder, Allison Schwenk, Connor Stock, Haley Tesk, Blair Torgerud, Adam von Bottrove, Ali Vanderweide, Michael Wandmaker, Jamie Whitcomb, Riley Wilkins, Rose Bosworth, Sydney Hildebrand, Triton Abrego, Caleb Aldrich, Hannah Andrews, Kyler Asselin, Brooke Bailey, Allison Bish, Keone Bills, Shane Boyson, Clara Burns, Alaire Busey, Joseph Casella, Chase Cayo, Carolyn Covert, Allie Cummings, Jonathan Darrington, Philip Davis, Taylor Deutsch, Alexis Dooley, Diane Dykes, Jennifer Fielmeyer, Ryan Fisher, Michaela Ferstad, Jacob Ford, Matthew Fowler, Caitlin Frank, Lauren Franken, Reagan Gary, Abigail Grebo, Megan Glancy, Samantha Gonzalez, Libby Groen, Connor Holland, Haley Halverson, Carissa Haman, Caleb Hansen, Andrew Horst, Bryce Huggins, Austin Huther, Alicia Johnson, Thomas Johnson, Jasmine Karlstad, Brenna Kaufhold, Robo Kilke, Heewon Kim, Bailey Lamb, Sophia Lickfold, Ariana Lemgoas, Melanie Lowe, Ross Lunenberg, Mariah Macklem, Devin Milo, Katrina Miller, Michaela Neubauer, Miranda O'Brien, Julia Ackerman, Emma Olson, Haley Patterson, Victoria Pita, Catherine Plank, Jeanette Ponce, Gabriella Primus, Olivia Rausch, Sean Rolfs, Victoria Ruiz, Mattia Smith, Taylor Smith, Daniel Spangler, Alanya Steckelberg, Jordan Stevens, Molly Sundervold, Evan Sutherland, Stephanie Tarian, Rebecca Tobin, Brittany Tursum, Camille Van Dyke, Renee Vazant, Antoinette Williams, Allison Werfs, Emily Womack, Catherine Wren, Jason Wright, Caitlin Yeager, Mole Zarplie, Kaylee Anderson, Kate Anderson, Emily Becker, Bracken Burrell, Devin Blasius, Hope Bolin, Michael Borman, Samuel Bohr, Levi Brossi, Spencer Bumby, Justin Carlson, Vanessa Dowden, Myrna Edelway, Robbie Fanslow, Jacob Fleming, Zachary Freeman, Rachel Funk, Jamie Golbiersch, Suhyun Han, Sydney Hossman, Brooke Hockett, Nathaniel Horn, Whitney Johnson, Stephen Kalenberg, Cassidy Kahn, Joseph Kinney, Mackenzie King, Tessa Clarenbeek, Andrew Koser, Nathaniel Kruger, Joshua Kutsky, Kariana Larson, Whitley Larson, Jordan Magnuson, Noah Marsh, Dakota Matthews Schmidt, Emma Meyer, Morgan Messersmith, Laura Moore, Caleb Morse, Prisha Musa, Shelby Nath, Alicia Nelson, Callie Nordby, Matthew Olette, Stuart Pimpton, Sydney Reedy, Michael Rogers, Katie Rogenbuck, Muhammad Sadiq, Brett Salzwedel, Bailey Sunken, Mitchell Slingman, and Alicia Schmidt, Kelsey Schmitz, Alania Stoutman, Abby Sudbeck, Thad Cheddar, Noah Ewing, James Van Weston, Daisy Van Genderen, Sydney Van Well, Abigail Vaz, Tyson Voigt, Hu Yin Yin Wang, Shanley Wheeler, Rebecca Wojtesk, Erica Wunschnell, Riley Anderson, Kayla Berger, Connor Best, Mark Bialis, Brenna Blasius, Lynn Bowden, Matthew Boomsma, Heather Branton, Braden Brown, Jacob Burton, Joyce Caldwell, Jacob Foberg, Caitlin Hartwig, Jenna Hoppy, Stephanie Jongling, Kaylee Knudsen, Meg McPadden, Umar Mohammed, Amanda Olafke, Marjorie Overhauser, Thomas Pickrell, Glendon Rice Jr., Cassie Ross, Allison Schluter, Morgan Schoenbaum, Benjamin Sesso, Krista Steele, Samuel Vernig, Ian Vizanian, Matthew Warnicki, Charlize Weiser, Ryan Yost, Haley Bruckner, Gabriel Heller, Will Hetherington, Stephanie Jameson, Noel Alderings, Matthew Evanson, Darlin Bellow, Brooke Biggie, Hannah Bowers, Bailey Cords, Connor Hansen, Lauren Katner, Mariellen Kennedy, Hannah Krimmer, Sylvia Larson, Miranda Mack, Liliana Malak, Devin Milo, Jonathan Neswick, Nicholas Albrecht, Regina Ajak, Samantha Afke, Kara Allard, Grace Allen, Kayla Omakovsky, Julia Anderson, Michael Anderson, Karsten Archer, Akia Ashmeller, Spencer Offenty, Jacob Axtman, Anthony Bachmeyer, Tessa Baldwin Krimmer, Wendy Barrett, Courtney Basler, Annette Beasley, Maria Bebo, Andrea Benson, Matthew Berg, Ethan Berg, Heidi Bergquist, Aaron Buseman, Wyatt Byer, Kaylin Bickett, Shayna Byers, Tyler Bittner, Ernest Botening, Emmanuel Botening, Jessica Bosch, Mackenzie Bowman, Nicholas Bolton, Nicole Bordering, Kathleen Boyle, Cassandra Braun, Latoya Braveheart, Carson Britzman, Alex Brueggemann, Kalina Brunch, Holden Buchert, Megan Boltzma, Mackenzie Burns, Zach Busey, Alex Cantine, Kathleen Cardwell, Marissa Karff, Jesse Carlson, Riley Cassio Jensen, Taryn Christian, Matthew Clark, Alexander Connor, Lakin Cook, Colton Corbija, Amber Cowser, Willow Coward, Alexandra Coyne, Alexis Cushman, Jessica Dahl, Mark Daigle, May Dang, Shaquille Davis, Valerie DeBow, April Dennison, Stephen Dykenu, Jonathan Dick, Sam Diego Richards, Landon Dirks, Charles Dulles, Annika Dreesen, Anna Eggers, Ted Inning, Anthony Eptingpong, Garrett Ellis, Kelly Ellison, Allison Elsasser, Joshua Falk, Orman Fixen, Abby Flannery, Aaron Foth, Carly Fries, J.C. Fry, Rory Galata Brunel, Claire Garduno, Wyatt Gatrost, Eric Ganalski, Shelby German, Hannah Gilbertson, Timothy Gleason, Alexa Glow, Caleb Gorgon, Aurora Ghost, Abby Golish, Cammie Goodhart, Caitlin Gosson, Carter Gordon, Jared Goley, Stephanie Haas, Molly Hageman, Haley Halverson, Landon Hamilton, Jared Hansen, Bryce Hansen, Susanna Harden, Cooper Hartley, Braxton Hartley, Daniel Hasvold, Riley Huck, Elizabeth Heidenreich, Peyton Hine, Taylor Henke, Hunter Herrigs, Cole Hendrickson, Danielle Hinkle, Weston Henley, Spencer Hildall, Natalie Hilden, Caitlin Hinseth, Ryan Hines, Mia Hockel, Madeline Hole, Evan Hughes, Catherine Innan, Mac Eichme, Alexandria Johns, Bryce Johnson, Caleb Johnson, Cody Johnson, Grant Johnson, Sarah Johnson, Tomai Kai, Muhammad Kareem, Brandon Key, Suyong Kim, Carrie Claire, Kalani Klimskuk, Olivia Knipling, Caitlin Knutson, Cordell Koistinen, Haley Copy, Rebecca Kraus, Calvin Kraus, Magda Kruger, Macy Crumwide, Ciara Kohavi, Abby Kaczynski, Lok Chung Lam, Catherine Larson, Kennedy Larson, Matthew Larson, April Lobenthal, Madeline LaVictorie, Tristan Lyseth, Dakota Leonard, Alexander Lewis, Linda Lindstrom, Laura Luke, Joshua Mann, Alan Martins, Lauren Martin, Anthony Martinek, Anya Madison, Nicholas Maurer, Melody Mubi, Connor McCormick, Chandler McGrath, Mitchell McKibben, Thomas Maher, Ralia Milkey, Libby Miles, Julia Mitchell, Allison Monson, Destiny Montgomery, Michael Montoya, Freddie Moran, Mackenzie Morgan, Christine Morgan, Lindsay Morris, Natalie Morris, Kayla Moss, Miranda Nagel, Derek Nehring, Caitlin Niles, Elania Norden, Kate Nugrenton, Excel Obi Orako, Morgan Oliver, Madison Olson, Morgan Oro, Caitlin Posh, Hannah Pennell, Jennifer Paneer, Abigail Paul, Taylor Payer, Nolan Peterson, Ryan Petaway, Peyton Pierce, Elijah Pirette, Jessica Peichel, Henry Polmeyer, Bailey Posale, Matthew Prather, Joseph Prohaska, Jacob Puppy, Georgia Lee Quayle, Cassandra Rodden, Quinn Reimers, Donald Recker, David Roby, Margaret Roker, Brooklyn Rolfs, Jared Roloff, Kyle Roki, Laura Romero-Leo, Kylie Rosenkranz, Hunter Rother, Kayla Rounds, Rayan Rudder, Anthony Rudich, Megan Rushing, Matthew Rustad, Avery Sage, Matthew Salton, Miles Saverdera, Luke Schmidt, Grant Schmidt, Blake Schnobirch, Brianna Shores, Cameron Schroeder, John Shu, Gavin Schweitzer, Shayla Sir, Luke Sellers, Peyton Sexton, Maitland Skinner, Henry Smith, Trevor Smith, Maggie Smither, Anthony Snow, Rylan Solom, Rachel Sumtamingwang, Avril Sorensen, Taya Spons, Nicholas Stanke, Emma Stavnes, Taylor Steen, Alexandra Stetter, Emma Stevens, Patrick Stillwell, Shayna Stubbs, Kristen Stecky, Ashley Surratt, Ross Slithy, Nima Tamang, Amanda Tartar, Starla Thacker, Ashley Theobald, Triffin Theodopoulos, Rachel Thompson, Kara Thornson, Katie Threadgold, Christopher Tiernan, Hunter Timko, Margaretha Tingland, Andrew Tights, Keegan Tran, Sean Trotman, Rebecca Turnbull, Kenyon Twet, Melissa Tweet, Megan Van Sloten, Caitlin Van de Water, Ben Vokovich, Kieran Wallmeyer, Cade Walker, Taylor Walton, Joseph Weber, Cole Waddell, Trent Wheatley, Samuel White, Nicholas Weeb, Chase Wilcoxon, Alex Wild, Emma Williams, Joshua Wilson, Madison Winker, Jacqueline Wolves, Jacob Womack, Courtney Wood, Jessup Workman, Molly Wyman, John Zastrow,
As part of a true Jackrabbit celebration, please join in the playing of Ring the Bell, our fight song.
And now we have come to the central moment in the ceremony. I invite each graduate to move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left side, showing that you have officially graduated from South Dakota State University. Family, friends, faculty, and all who have tuned in today, please join me in congratulating these new graduates. Thank you for joining us. It has been a real pleasure for me to preside at this 134th commencement celebration. Graduates, you have now earned your degree. You have realized your dream. Let your imagination help you pursue an exciting future, and may your time as a jackrabbit serve you well on your road ahead. The 2020 commencement ceremony for South Dakota State University is now adjourned. Congratulations.
OSDSU, a rock of the yellow and blue. OSDSU, a lot of